resume my screen share. Okay. And so I want everyone to at first, hi, welcome to Basic Python Game Development. I'm your instructor, and we'll start off with a little introduction. I'll give a bit longer introductions for myself. I am Tyler. I'm currently I'm a rising junior at Del Norte High School. I've been coding for a long time now. I actually don't remember how long. I'm proficient in languages like Java, Python, and I've been doing the computing Olympiad and a few hackathons in like my spare time for coding. What about you, Alex? Let's share with you something.
Oh yeah, hi, my name's Alex. I am going to be a rising sophomore, and I have had just some experience coding, not as much as Tyler, just some Python, and then also some web dev.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm gonna go down the list. All you need to share is your name and your grade and your coding experience. That way we can get a better, yes, Alex is my brother. For the person in the chat who asked. Just introduce your name, grade, and coding experience. This is so that we can get a better idea of like the structure and the curriculum of the class in case that anyone is experienced. All right, Andrew, do you want to share your name, grade, and coding experience out loud? I'm just gonna go down the list. Andrew? All right. 9th, not much coding experience. All right, it's nice to have you. Andy, what about you? Fifth grade, a bit of experience. All right, what about you, Angela? Let's just go down the list. Okay, Angelina, Jenny, Joanna, Jocelyn. Oh, your name is actually, oh, that is interesting. I think you should be able to change your name here, right? All right, what about you, Angelina?
Also, I'm in 5th grade.
That's cool. Java and a bit of Python. Yeah, our course is going to be all Python. What about you, Jenny? We're just going to. And if I accidentally say one of your parents' name, feel free to tell me. Okay, what about Joanna? Would you mind sharing your name, grade, 9th grade, some Java and Python? All right. Wow, school teaches that. I think middle school. What about you, Jocelyn? Same. I know someone with the exact same name as you. Okay, Jocelyn. Lydia, what about you? 7th. All right. What about you, Melody? Oh, novice Java. Ooh, mastered Python. Okay, yes. Rithik. Oh, what about you, Rithik? And finally, Ethan. 8th, a bit of Python. So looks like most people are just starting out with the language. Today, we'll just be learning some of the basics of Python based off of like our experience. And yeah, let's get started. Thank you, Eleanor. So first of all, we'll cover the syllabus, get into our lecture about variables, the print and input functions, and finish off with a Q&A. This is our plan for like the whole week. We start off with the basics, move on to logic data structures, teach functions and loops, then work on 3 projects in the final stage: a tip calculator, a text adventure, and a Hangman. It is a bit tentative right now, and it might be subject to change based off of like the reception and like our pacing, but yeah. And so if you haven't yet joined our Google Classroom at IM3LWR, I think everyone has. Alex, you can post the link there. The first thing I want you to do is like set up Replit. How have all of you been doing with that? I have the Replit. There's a module in the Google Classroom that's called Setup Replit and has all of the instructions here. I can actually go to this link and copy paste it right here. But anyways, all right. Once you get your Replit set up, you can start. Has everyone set up Replit? You can in the Zoom put up the yes. Thank you, Alex. Yes, we see why. I see one person. Okay, that's perfect. I know another person named Melody who's also absolutely cracked at coding. So, yes, everyone has a Replit. That's good. Okay. And so let's start our information about variables. We have a module in like the Google Classroom called variables, like our week 1 module. Alex, if you would mind sharing screen so that you could actually have others to follow along with your code, could you try testing that out right now?
Oh yeah. So I am pulling out the REPL.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if 2 screen shares at once works. No one else,
Oh yeah.
none of our teachers have done this before. We actually just tried it before a few days ago. So these are what variables are. These are containers for storing data values. You put the name of the variable on the left side, an equal sign, and then the other side. Bob equals 1. Yeah.
So
here is a list of different types of variables. 4 are right now pretty important to us: integer, float, Boolean, and string. Integers are whole numbers, floats are decimals. Booleans are binary, true or false. And strings are these special characters combinations. As you can see, we have this very special character in like the strings, the Sinhala. It is actually a language in Sri Lanka, according to my friend. Yes. And so as you can see, all of there, we have examples. If Alex, if you could take a look at the REPL that we have, you can take a look at the examples of how we initialize these variables. And so I want to have a check here. Is everyone following along with like the REPL and stuff?
Hold on, I can't access the class thing. So just give me a minute and I will pull up I'll just make a REPL.
Okay, these are the types of variables. And so I kind of want you to fork the Replit modules for the interactive module 1. To fork a REPL, there's like this fork button. I'll quickly go to the classroom. Sorry about this. And look at this module, assignment number 1. I should have named it a bit better. And we have this week 1. The first link we realized did not work, and so we had to move all the modules to this one. And so this is what it says. This is how we initialize a variable. We have an integer, which is an integer, a float, a Boolean, and a string. And then we print it. The print function is just to show it. And so if I run this code quickly, it will release this result. And this is just like an image so that you can go back to the slides to check it out later. The rules that there are many naming conventions. Just start with letters, no spaces, and they can include numbers, but you cannot start with a letter. To make your variable show up, as seen earlier, use the print function. Now we'll move on to the next slide. Now we'll move on to discussing what functions are. Functions are similar to variables, and we can use parentheses and tuples. And so if we have something like print, this is how to do a print function. It's going to print it out. Another thing is called type, and then an input. Way to do input. All right. The input function is the one that I really want to share about today. And so let's get to our assignment and let's do some interactive coding. Let's say I want an input. What is my favorite color? Just going to add a space after. It's going to print hello world and ask for what is your favorite color. Now it's not going to do anything after. I'm just going to say pink. We're going to have to make the input useful. And to do that, we can assign it to a variable. And so color is equal to this. And if I want to show the color, I can just do print. Color. I want to print the color that it asks for. I say pink, it says pink back. Oh, could you try zooming in a bit? Yes. What is your favorite color? Pink. And now maybe my favorite color is not pink, but I will just say that. Is everyone following along right now? Is it all good? Okay. And our next slide just shows how to get the user input. If we say input example, we can type something and press enter to submit. And so what's my birthday? None of my business. And if I want to print it, it just says none of my business. Now my birthday is actually March 17th. And so if I type March 17th, it would print out March 17th. Very simple. Here's a bit of a side note on like something else, comments. Compilers like the Python thing only will process our code and we'll need to write comments. If you want to write comments, let's say we want to write comments here, it's going to glitch out. Hold up. Let's say I want to write, this is not like, this is an integer. It's going to run into an error. And so to fix that, we can comment it out by adding a pound sign at the beginning. That way we know that this is going to be an integer. We can also write this is a bunch of variables. Anything in the comments. You can even add other pound signs. Pink. All right. The next thing we kind of wanted to work on is like an interactive project between all of you guys. Alex and I are going to kind of lead up on doing it together. And so we're going to be working on like a band name generator. Would you mind sharing the document for the band name generator, Alex?
Oh yeah, like on the screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just sending the link in the chat.
Okay.
Yep, use the hashtag. And so right now, is everyone following along just fine? I wanted to check with everyone. So if we keep going, we can keep it like this on this pace.
There are 2 documents.
2 documents.
Yeah, 2 of the random band name generator. Which one do I?
All right. So this is a new assignment that I want all of you to do. Band name generator. So I'm going to go and create a new REPL. Oops, my REPLs, I have a lot of them. Yes. To create one, just click create Python, and this one I'm going to call band name generator. Python. I want to be able, the task here at hand is to create like a band name. Now the band name is going to be asking the user for the city. No. Yes, the city they live in, and their favorite animal. And so all of you can open up a new REPL yourselves and like add some code, make some code for it. And to ask for the city, what function do we use? Quick question. Print, we just print, let's say we print, what city? What would we write? Print, all right, it would just print it out. Now, what more do we want? We kind of want to input that. And so what we can try the input function. Yep. I live in San Diego, so I'll write San Diego. And so we can set, let me just add a space to make this more pretty, because like I do not like this bunched up all together at once. And so we can write, we can actually initialize this in our variable. So city is equal to the input. Running this, we can say, what city do you live in? San Diego. And let me print out the city. It should work out. And now what would we do if we ask for the favorite animal? Yeah, sure, Alex, you can present. We would do the same thing. Let's copy paste this. Animal. What is your favorite animal? Yep.
All right, yeah, what this does is basically the parameters of the function input are like inside these parentheses because they're the inputs, right? And in this case, that string is going to be the prompt. So this input function is basically one of the more like basic Python functions. So yeah, it's going to return a value. So basically, some functions return values. And in this case, it's what the person typed into this console area. It's going to come out as a string. So it's just a sequence of characters.
And so now here's a bit of a, we can actually, strings are actually a bit of an interesting thing. We can combine strings together. Like my name is plus Billy. Okay, San Diego. Let's ignore all of this and then cat. And as you can see, the print my name is plus Billy combines the my name is and Billy together.
Be careful, it puts them right next to each other. So you have to like be careful about spaces. You see he had a space right there. If you did that.
I'm gonna temporarily comment this out so we
Yeah,
can.
if you did that, it'd go, my name is Billy. So you gotta be careful, especially when like you're working with like adding variables together later on.
In addition, you cannot combine strings with like numbers together.
Yeah.
This is actually different than other languages like Java, where you could do like system.out.println.
So I am pretty sure you can just print a plain number, but you can't use the plus sign to put them together unless they're the same type.
All right. And so now, what can we do about this now that we have two strings, one for the city and one with the animal? We can now finally, I'm gonna leave this commented out. Our name, our new cool animal name is plus city plus animal. Right. Let me quickly add a space to make this more workable. And I'm just gonna Diego Rat. Diego Rat. Such a beautiful name. Isn't that great? Just like Diego the Explorer. So now we've got our first experience in Python code and like coding. Python, now I'll kind of discuss a tiny bit more about like the language of Python itself. Oops, I almost accidentally did a screenshot. So Python is like one of the most simple languages there is. You just ask for, you can initialize variables, go do functions, and it's all just like with like simple print and other stuff. You don't even need to add semicolons, which is much more convenient than other languages. Okay, so to be honest, we actually grossly underestimate the amount of time it would take to just do this. And so this is mostly all of what we prepared for today. Is that okay?
Actually, we can have them try the input thing for an in-class activity.
Okay, let's try that out. Alex, go ahead.
All right, so you've all got your REPLs, right?
Yes, you have all of your replets.
You're gonna try what Tyler showed you just now. All right, just about how the input function works. And you're gonna make a band name generator. So basically, you're just going to ask them for some things about them. And then you can output the strings added together. So yeah, go to your REPL, create a new one with the Python language, and try it out.
All right, I'll pause the screen share right here. And give you a few minutes, like 3 minutes of your time. Let me get out the timer. Watch. Your 3 minutes starts now. By the way, if you have any questions about like anything that we've presented so far, you can ask us out loud or in the chat. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, if you have any questions, we can go back over the slides if you want.
Okay. We have like 1 minute left. Guys. Quickly go through that. 1 minute left for you to go ahead and code. Okay, I was muted on accident, but like I see some people have finished. I'll resume next by like discussing each line of code once again and then like doing a video. All right, our 3 minutes have passed. If you want to go through the code again, we first are going to ask them for the input for both animals and then print out the concatenated together. And now the concatenation is just summing all of the strings together. It's just a fancy way of saying that. Oh wait, I just realized I'm not doing my screen share. And here you go. I've uncommented these lines of code. Next, we will run a video. And so, quick question. Can everyone see my screen right now? Thanks for hanging in there with me. I've opened the video.
I'm going to answer the top 3 questions my students ask me about Python. What is Python? What you can do with it? And why is it so popular? In other words, what does it do that other programming languages don't? Python is the world's fastest.
Just to double check, does the audio work? Okay. Let me double check. Oh wait, this is going to be better.
Fastest growing and most popular programming language, not just amongst software engineers, but
Java used to be more popular, but now Python is more popular.
also amongst mathematicians, data analysts, scientists, accountants, network engineers, and even kids, because it's a very beginner-friendly programming language. So people from different disciplines use Python for a variety of different tasks, such as data analysis and visualization, artificial intelligence and machine learning, automation. In fact, this is one of the big uses of Python amongst people who are not software developers. If you constantly have to do boring, repetitive tasks, such as copying files and folders around, renaming them, uploading them to a server, you can easily write a Python script to automate all that and save you time. And that's just one example. If you continuously have to work with Excel spreadsheets.
And so this is talking about Python in the workplace. Python, you can also make many good, like awesome games with Python. So that's something I wanted to add on. Let's let it continue.
PDFs, CSV files, download websites and parse them. You can automate all that stuff with Python. So you don't have to be a software developer to use Python. You could be an accountant, a mathematician, or a scientist and use Python to make your life easier. You can also use Python to build web, mobile, and desktop applications, as well as software testing or even hacking. So Python is a multi-purpose language. Now, if you have some programming experience, you may say, but Mosh, we can do all this stuff with other programming languages. So what's the big deal about Python? Here are a few reasons. With Python, you can solve complex problems in less time with fewer lines of code. Here's an example. Let's say we want to extract the first 3 letters of the text "Hello World." This is the code we have to write in C#. This is how we do it.
Yes, I hate strings, and like with these, you have to do a bunch of fancy stuff like substring. It is annoying to learn and then also annoying to implement because it can have a bunch of errors too, your string things. It's kind of, you have to wrap your head around it.
In JavaScript, and here's how we do it in Python.
That is so much more beautiful, isn't it? All right, let me continue.
See how short and clean the language is? And that's just the beginning. Python makes a lot of trivial things really easy with a simple yet powerful syntax. Here are a few other reasons why Python is so popular. It's a high-level language, so you don't have to worry about complex tasks such as memory management like you do in C++. It's cross-platform, which means you can build and run Python applications on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It has a huge community, so whenever you get stuck, there is someone out there to help. It has a large ecosystem of libraries, frameworks, and tools, which means whatever you want to do, it is likely that someone else has done it before, because Python has been around for over 20 years. So in a nutshell, Python is a multi-purpose language with a simple, clean, and beginner-friendly syntax. All of that means Python is awesome. Technically, everything you do with Python you can do with other programming languages, but Python's simplicity and elegance has made it
We're gonna speed up. Actually, let's continue this video.
grow way more than other programming languages. That's why it's the #1 language employers are looking for. So whether you are a programmer or an absolute beginner, learning Python opens up lots of job opportunities to you. In fact, the average Python developer earns a whopping $116,000 a year. If you found this video helpful, please support my hard work by liking it and sharing it with others. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have a couple of awesome Python tutorials for you. You're going to see them on the screen now. Here's my Python tutorial for beginners.
All right, we don't need to see a self-promo. And so now Alex has to prepare the task for you with the data types.
Okay, so you guys,
Go back here.
to
we have a-
demonstrate, let's do a little activity, right? To demonstrate your knowledge of variables. So in chat, can you private message any of our hosts and co-hosts with?
Actually, only Alex and I. Alex. and
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah, probably just me and Tyler. Okay, DM us in the chat with, let's say, calling a Boolean, all right, in Python.
Essentially, if you want to go back to like the initializing variable slide, set the variable to something like set a name and then equals and then like a value. That's what we want you to do.
What he said.
Yes.
All right, yeah, so go ahead and private message, and then we'll tell you if that was right or if like not. Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna declare, you're gonna set a variable equal to a Boolean value, and you're just gonna put that code into chat. So yeah. Would it be better if this was just an example one?
Yeah. And so okay. Examples are like something is equal to true, or yes, we can set items to true or other.
All right, yeah. Do you guys need an example? Just say
So
in
if we go,
chat. What?
we can type something like Bob is equal to true. I typed it in the chat. And that would be an example of like a variable.
Right, yeah, that's a Boolean value. As you see, that's a variable type. So it's either true or false, like that. Okay, so now that we know how it works, how about, yep. How about we do an integer now? Okay. So you just look at the definition and kind of just set a variable to that and direct message it to us, me and Tyler.
Brother equals 5. Wow. Oh wait.
Tyler, you're not supposed to give it away.
Shoot, I kind of got. I was reading the chat. My
I'll
bad.
read it silently.
Yes, I will read it silently in my mind. I mean, we are giving examples here. All right. Oops.
Right, is that enough time?
Yep, that is enough. Let's get-
Okay, so I will type the solution in chat, or a solution, sorry, there is no one solution, because obviously it's just any integer and any variable name, but let's just say, I don't know, yeah,
participants is equal to 15. I'm just
Yeah.
counting the number in the Zoom meeting. Okay. And so floats and strings. We've already said examples. Bean equals 42. And if you want, this is just like a short exercise to do variables.
all right,
You can see that we've made quite a few, like in our previous ones with input. This one's actually a string.
do you wanna get them to try doing the adding string thing?
I think it's good.
Yeah, okay.
The adding string. And so now we kind of have a Kahoot for all of you to join. This is a nice icebreaker. It's going to be a Kahoot on, what was that thing called? Riddles. And so no spoilers. Let me unpause my screen share and get the Kahoot set up. So I really hope I don't get an angry email from Kahoot saying I reached the player limit. For the chat, make it quicker. 902-4501. Go to kahoot.it to join. I think. My goodness. His name. So beautiful. I want to say it's my brother, but probably not. All right, we have 7 people who joined. More people can join. I'll wait like 1 to 2 more minutes for everyone else to join. 1 minute. Oh, someone just copied the pin. Oh, they just left. Oh, they wanted to change it. Wait, huh? Did I accidentally kick someone out? No. Okay. Who else? Andy. I'll send it again in the chat if it's getting maybe a bit flooded. And by the way, I think Alicia, Eleanor, you can also feel free to join. Okay, my timer should be up soon, and so even, yeah. Python. This is who I'm gonna root for to win. We're gonna start now. Riddles. You know, I love it when people just try to go for a riddles one. What belongs to you, but others use it more than you do? Organs. Okay, if you're a donor, yes. You have no organs. Oh, that's not something I would say. Holes in my top, bottom, left, right. Whistle. Oh wait, shoot. Did I? Oops. Oh well. So Sinhala person is it first. I run all day. Under the bed, I sit not alone. My tongue hangs out, waiting to be filled. shoe. I run all day. Under the bed at night. Oh, right. I leave my shoes. I don't leave my shoes under my bed. This is a cultural problem. I don't know. Cultural discrepancy. Let's go. Okay. Next one. What's big and yellow and comes in the morning to brighten mom's day? Wow, that's shocking. The school bus, because they're taking the kids away. The mom doesn't have to deal with the kids anymore.
I don't know why that was.
Oh, nobody goes in public transportation.
Oh my god.
All right, because there's a pandemic. You always find me in the past. I can be created in the present, but the future can't tame me. Okay. Honestly, 2 answers I can work out pretty well. Sock. Yeah, it's history. You know how your memories can be tainted. And so that's why it's not memories. Now, you can argue that otherwise, but
What are you doing?
never mind. I'm just sharing my takes on these. Feed me and live, and give me a drink and die.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Ooh.
Wait. So what did Edgar Allan Poe die from?
Death.
Meth? Wait.
Death.
Death. Okay. A 7-letter word containing thousands of letters. Oh. Retrospect. I mean, mailbox. Yeah. Teapot. 7-letter word. Hold up. Mailbox. No, mailbox is 7. It can be cracked, it can be made, it can be told, it can be played. That's like such a poem. Yeah, it's a joke. You can crack a joke, make a joke, tell a joke, and play a joke. Oh, you can see the leaderboard. Andy. Who's in first? I don't even know. Who's that? This is an ancient Sri Lanka language. Okay, Andrew. Is it you? Congratulations, Andrew, Jocelyn, Andy, Alicia. Wait, who's 4th, who's 5th? And the others. Congratulations to all of you. And yeah. Now we're open for a Q&A. Right now. Oh shoot, I must share my screen again. I did not actually plan to not share screen. Let me share screen again for a Q&A. Does anyone have any questions for us? Can we do a Python Kahoot? It depends on if we have time. No questions. All right. Thank you for being honest. The thing is, not everyone has learned all of Python yet. And so I'm not sure how that would go. Yes. I could try to search one up for next time though, another Python Kahoot for next time, just to test all of your knowledge. All right, is that all we have today? I'll look into that Python code right now.
Do a recap.
All right. Oh wait, the homework assignment. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me give 1 second to pull that up. Alex, say something.
Yeah, so we gave you some time to work on it earlier. Yeah, it's just real quick. And you could.
This is our homework assignment. We'll quickly post it in our Google Classroom. Yep, week 1 homework. Your task is to create an interaction with like to put in input functions, just like any creative task. Anything. We want to take a look at it and we want to see what you can do. To create it, use your REPL, just maybe take in an input and do some prints, do some magical shenanigans in processing. I don't need to know what it is yet, and then print something out as a result. Let's say you can have like a order processing. Let's say how many chicken nuggets, how many other stuff, how many chicken nuggets, how many burgers. You can surprise us with your creativity. Make sure to always ask questions. You can ask them in the Discord or like by email in the Google Classroom. Those all work. And we've sent out, I've published it, I think. Wait, did I publish it?
Yeah.
Now I did. I assigned the homework. And the bonus points, we'll be covering if statements next week. But if you could get a head start on them, that would be great. And bonus points.
Okay, quick recap of what we did today. So we learned about like the simplest functions and how to call them, like print and input. We learned about the data types, like the strings, floats, integers, and Boolean. Yeah, I think that's it. It was pretty fun. Also, commenting is also pretty useful. And we also learned about like setting variables. So
Yeah.
I mean, have a nice day then, right?
We're gonna end it up a bit early. Since it's the first lesson, we have like less homework. Just get creative and do what you want. And we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.